Okay, we got a fun little treat today. Buddy of mine went out and bought a box of Modern Horizons 3. So he's kind of sponsoring this video. We're going to go ahead and crack this open for him today. Um, just see what kind of goodies he was able to get out of here. And, yeah. So, good vibes. Hopefully we'll get all the Eldrazi Titans for him, or a Flare Denial, or maybe we'll give him some busted shit like a Nadu out of here.
Yeah, you even know like all the good stuff that's actually in this thing. I'm just kind of like, I wanted to open a booster, and this was like the new hotness, so I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, hell, why not? I've been itching to crack something too. I put all my money on Assassin's Creed instead of this, so I'll probably go back to Modern Horizons 3 once the hype is fully died down, so that I can open up a box and not spend an arm and a leg on it. But you know, I mean, Assassin's Creed won't cost that much to me, so I paid like $4.20, blaze it, to get all my Assassin's Creed stuff. So, all right, first pack. These things are so easy to open. I've opened a few of these. I pulled a Phyrexian Tower out of one. It was like one of my first booster packs of this. I pulled a Phyrexian Tower. And I'm over here talking about how easy these are to open.
I was about to say.
Right.
This one's like, I heard you were talking shit.
Right. Alright. Make sure you can see that. Start with a Phyrexian Worm token. Okay, I think these are Japanese, so everything's going to be at the front, looks like. Worm Power Stone, yep. Okay, let me move these where people can actually see them. How's that sound? Do our tokens, our foils. Got Aether Revolt. While permanents you control left the battlefield this turn, if a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead.
Interesting.
Right, so it's an energy card. Oh, look, you got Lelia too. Double rare pack, that's good.
We'll take energy.
Hey, this is the one, this card right here, Lelia. This is a freaking menace on Arena. People will build commander decks where it's this card, Atali's Favor, and 100 lands. They use Atali's Favor when this is on the field to discover 3. They exile their entire library, make this 103, and attack over you with trample. It's dumb.
It's funny.
Bloodsucked Insight. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each 1 life your opponents have lost this turn. Target opponent exiles the top 3 cards of their library until end of turn. You may play those cards if you cast a spell this way. Man of any type can be. So it's a thief deck. Probably go really well on Jasper Flint.
There's our first Eldrazi.
Yep. So, uncommons. Annihilator 1, gross. Sacrifice 2 Eldrazi, return this card from the graveyard to your hand. Not bad. Earthbound Condor. We're going to kind of run through these uncommons and commons because we got so many to go through. Figure if they want to see exactly what it does, just pause. This is actually a very good card from what I've heard. Writhing Chrysalis. So this is a common that's worth at least like $3 to $5 right now.
Wow.
So when you cast this spell, create 2 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn, and you can sacrifice them for colorless mana. But then also, whenever you sacrifice another Eldrazi, you put a 1/1 counter on this card. I've heard it's doing really well in Modern and a few of the other formats, so its price has kind of jumped up. Utter insignificance. I feel that way some days.
Me when I look in the mirror.
Alright, second pack. Like I said, we're not going to spend too much time on this because I think we got 36 packs to crack, so
36 packs, yep.
Yeah.
I'm hoping some of the tokens we get are ones that go with Genku.
Ooh, that's cool.
Pretty Mountain.
Foil Eldrazi Mountain. We'll put that in a special pile.
That's the other thing I'm hoping for, really, is like lands. Like, I don't know what.
Oh, here's
really
our.
I don't know what really good stuff is in here, so I'm hoping for like energy cards and lands.
So energy cards, some of the really good lands are the ones that you put them down you sack them, and then you just go find a land of that color.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as it says mountain or swamp on it, you can just go pull one of those out.
Yeah, you've shown me.
Yeah. First mythic of the set, Birthing Ritual. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may sack a creature, and if you do, put a creature card with mana value X or less from among those cards onto the battlefield, where X is 1 plus the sacrificed creature's mana value. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
That could be a Muldrotha card.
Yeah, that would be a really good Muldrotha card. Being able to just go find something out of your library.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Oh, wow, Reef Worm.
Reef Worm, yeah. Create a 3/3 blue fish. When this creature dies, create a 6/6 blue whale. And then, when that creature dies, create a 9/9 blue kraken. Don't tell Ken about that card, please.
He knows about it.
Oh, no. Consign to Memory. That's a pretty good one. Counter-triggered ability of a colorless spell. Hey, there's your Amped Raptor again.
Yep.
Good. Tomio meets the Story Circle. That's another thing I'm really hoping to see is some of the flip walkers. They are all going for a pretty penny. There's our first of the Shattered Landscape cycle right now. Just put these with the lands. Horrific Assault. Another landscape. Good.
Damn, both in colors I don't need. Fuck.
Was that Jund and Mardu? You'll probably get the whole set in this, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I'm hoping. I would be a little annoyed if I only got them in colors that I'm not playing.
Yeah. You need the green, blue, black one, right? And then Jeskai? Which I have the Jeskai one.
I need Sultai and Jeskai, if there is a Sultai one.
Yep, there's one for each of the tricolors. Another foil. Wow. Okay, this is another one that's going for about $5, but that's because
oh my god, a Satya. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Spoilers, but there's a Satya.
You're good.
In a couple cards.
So this is another card that's going for about $5. Meteoric Hammer. Yeah. There's that commander for the Jeskai deck. That's cool. Menace Haze. Whenever this attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of up to one other target non-token creature you control. Get 2 energy. At the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice that token unless you play an amount of mana or energy equal to its mana value.
I gotta try this deck out once or twice. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, no, I still need to try the Tricky Terrain one as is. This one I'm thinking about throwing into Caesar. Legion's Leadership. Until end of turn, double target creature's power and it gains first strike. That's just kind of really good for 2 mana. Breaker of Creation, another Eldrazi. 1 life, each color is permanent you control. Hexproof, Annihilator 2. I say I'm not going to go through everything, and then I'm like, ooh, look at this card. Ooh, look at this card.
Yes!
There's Jeskai.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Okay, Dog Umbra, Nightshade Dryad, Gravedigg, that's not bad.
Not gonna lie, when I saw that come up, my brain thought that was a split. Like, let me see that card again.
Which one?
The Grave whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, I thought this was him doing a split. Like, and that's his foot. Like that's his pants, and this is his shoe, and I thought he was doing a split.
That's funny as hell. How do you dig graves? With style. he's dabbing at the exact same time. I'll try to not destroy some of these packs in case you want to save one.
Nah, you can.
Oh look, tokens or art cards.
Planes.
Siege Smash. Foil. There we go. All right.
Oh, is this a good one?
Oh yeah, this is one of the best counter spells in the game right now. This is basically Force of Will.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing now. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, there's one.
Sacrifice a non-token
Blue creature rather than pay the spell's mana
Dude,
cost.
that's easy.
Yeah.
That's so easy.
Oh, here, I have a blue bird. Get rid of it. Yeah, no, that's one of the best ones. Nadir's Nightblade. I'm not even going to go through this card.
Oh, I have this card. Ken pulled that in his bundle box.
Nice.
And he gave that to me. Another Eldrazi.
Another Eldrazi. Kicker. When you cast a spell, choose one of its kick, choose both. That's cool. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Target player draws 2 cards and discards a card. Conduit Goblin.
That's another one Ken found.
Thraben Charm, okay. Deals damage equal to twice the number of creatures you control to target creature. That's fucking gross. Destroy target enchantment. Exile any number of target players' graveyards. Jesus. Nyxborn Hydra. This is actually a pretty decent one we're getting ready to throw into the Hydra deck. So it's either a Hydra that you pay X for, or it's basically an enchantment that you can throw onto a creature and it gets whatever X is. Really good card because of how modular it is. What the hell? Escrow enters the battlefield, becomes your choice of a 3/3 creature with flying, 2/5 with vigilance, or 0/12 with defender. Good gravy.
Looks like an enemy from Dead Space.
Right.
Or
Which,
one of the Resident Evil games.
all of the Eldrazi kind of look like that. I think it's the tentacles. See enough hentai, I know where this is going. Get our piles right over here. Alright.
Eldrazi's getting their tentacles all over the multiverse.
First it was Elesh Norn, then it was Ulamog, like, hold my beer.
I don't know much about the lore of Magic, but it's like the 2 big bads, Eldrazi and
Phyrexia, yeah. So Phyrexia is gone for now, so it'll probably be the Eldrazi again. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, mill 3 cards, and you may pay 1 and 3 life. If you do, put a card from among those cards into your hand. That would be really freaking good for
Muldrotha.
Well, Muldrotha, I'm over here thinking vampires. Wirewood Symbiote. Turn elf you control to its owner's hand. Untap target creature. Okie dokie. Disciple of Freyalise. Enters a battlefield. Sacrifice another creature. If you do, gain X life, X cards. Where X is that creature's power. Good god.
Hey, roll cartographer.
Arrow land enters a battlefield under your control. You get energy. Pay 6, draw 3 cards. That's probably easy as hell to do. I don't remember what this color is called. It's not. It's like the opposite of Jeskai because it's got white instead of blue. Oh, you're good now.
That was the alarm telling me to wake up so I can come over here.
Hey, look, you were jolted awake.
We've gotten like 5 of those so far.
Thriving Skyfall. Alright, nothing super duper crazy there. Well, we're halfway done with the first pile. You've gotten a Flare of Denial already, and you got the commander to your deck. So you have an extra one for a binder. Swamp. Retrofitted Transmigrant. In the foil, return this card to the graveyard. From your graveyard to the battlefield, tap with 2/1/1 counters on it. Okie dokie. Winter Moon. I pulled this. This is probably going to go into my stacks deck. Players can't untap more than 1 non-basic land during their untap steps.
Oh, that's mean.
Fucking,
that's really mean.
Yeah, gross. Ooh, hell yeah. This is not
Hell
a great medallion, but hey, it's a
Green
medallion.
spells costing 1 less is awesome.
Yeah, that's still really good. That's a hell of a good pull. It'd be much better if we could get black, but hey, we take what we get. If that heralds the end, I've heard this one's going for a pretty penny too. Colorless spells you cast with mana value 7 or greater cost 1 less to cast. Other colorless creatures you control get 1/1.
Oh, if only that weren't like more than half of.
Right. Okay, I don't know what this color combination's called. I always call it Ketria because that's what the triome is, but there's your green, blue, red.
I need to make something in those colors one day.
Ooh, Cranial Ram. Not a particularly great hit, but it got banned in Pauper.
Interesting.
So it's living weapon, so when it hits the field, it's already attached to a Phyrexian germ. Equipped creature gets X1, where X is the number of artifacts you control. So they, I guess, play some pretty silly artifact ramp, and they were like, hey, what if we just made it big?
What if this creature was really big?
Right. Copy token. Oh, here we go. God, we haven't had a token in so long. Eldrazi Ravager in the foil. Annihilator 1. Whenever this creature attacks, obviously they sack a permanent. Sacrifice 2 Eldrazi. Return this card from the graveyard to your hand. I think we pulled this earlier, didn't we? Just not the foil?
I think so. Looks familiar.
Monumental Hinge. The hell is this? I haven't seen this one. Whenever this enters the battlefield, this card enters the battlefield tapped unless you control planes. Add white. 2 and 2 white.
You're getting a little off screen.
Am I? Ooh, thank you. I need to put like an X on here. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a historic card from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. I mean, if you're playing a historic deck, I guess that would be cool. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. Not sure where else you would really put that. Barbarian Ring. Deals 1 damage to you for 1 mana. Sacrifice Barbarian Ring and deals 2 damage to any target. Activate only if 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. Hey, it's an Rakdos deck. This would be really nice. I'm not sure where else you would use this. Into the land pile. I pulled this one. This looks terrifying. Thank you, Meriden. This is another one of those cards that flips over into a land card. So, Snow-Covered Waste. Put that there. Spawn Gang Commander. The hell? When you cast a spell, great. Eldrazi spawn creature token. Sacrifice an Eldrazi. This card deals 2 damage to any target. Okie dokie. Again, I keep saying, hey, we're not going to spin. There you go. There's your black, green, blue one.
Nice.
Foreboding Landscape.
Also, I don't know if you saw that one.
What's that?
Signature Slam.
Oh, I pulled this back a few days ago. Put 1/1 counter on target creature you control.
People's Elbow.
Right. Then each modified creature you control deals damage equal to its power. Target creature you don't control. God. Alright. I wonder what she's playing out there. Again, all the other packs I've opened have been piss easy to open, and there's this box, and it's just like, nope. Oh, there you go, Phyrexian Germ.
Phyrexian Germ for your living weapons.
Yep. Might have to steal that one from you. Forced. Uri Auxiliary. Foil. Support 2. Put 1/1 counters on each of up to 2 other target creatures. Polluted Delta! Here we go.
Holy shit.
This is the best one. This is the most expensive one right now.
Holy fuck, we'll take that.
Yeah, hell yeah. This is going to have to get its own special pile. Hold up. Fuck the foils. Polluted Delta is in here. Yeah.
Like, Polluted Delta and Flare of Denial in the same pile, basically.
Hell yeah. We'll put those in the cool kid pile. There we go.
This is the Cool Kids Club.
Alright. Buried Alive. Search your library for 3 creature cards. Put them into your graveyard. Oh, okay. Mog Mob. Sacrifice this card. Deals 3 damage to Vite as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. Or you just do a lightning bolt to someone. Tamio meets the Story Circle. We've seen that one. Grim Servant. Temporal. Oozewag. Gross. Modify creatures you control have trample.
Shout out to the people running Brushwag decks.
Right. I guess you could throw that in somewhere. What the hell? Oh, I thought that was an Eldrazi Sliver, and I was about to be scared. When you cast a spell, and when Eldrazi this card dies, create a Eldrazi spawn. Got it. Nothing big there. Infernal Captor. I've heard this one's pretty nasty. Hold up. So when this card exploits a creature, so when this creature enters the battlefield, you can sacrifice another creature for your exploit cost. It gains control of target artifact or creature until end of turn. Untap that permanent.
You're out of focus again. Sorry.
Nope, you're good. It gains haste until end of turn. Kind of nasty. They're in blue. I mean, if you can take over someone's like Galta for a turn, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 12-12 to you this time. Alright, Moonfolk.
Oh, got one of those already.
Sneaky Snacker. I've heard this one's decent. Draw a card. when you draw a card, when you draw your third card, God, I can't read this morning. Yeah. There we go. It's a little bit better. Draw your third card in a turn. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Foils. Fanatic of Veronis. Okay. This is the one. Yeah. God, this card's going to be done. You can add a forest, or if it's ferocious, you can tap it for 4 mana. Activate they only if you control a creature with power 4 or greater.
Oh, that's easy.
Disgusting.
And green. That's
yeah.
easy and green.
Yeah, let me just throw this in my gift chat deck. It'll be fine. Yeah, this card's dumb. Exile this card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except for it's a 4/4 black zombie snake druid with no mana cost.
Oh, hey, you can even if you don't have a 4/4, you can turn it into one.
Jesus.
That's funny.
Yeah. Nesting Grounds, I've heard this one's pretty popular right now. Move a counter from target permanent you control onto another target permanent. So if you have stuff like the Indominus, where you're moving like flying counters and shit like that to stuff, if your Indominus dies and goes to the graveyard and you have the Ozolith out, you can just move a counter directly from the Ozolith to something else. Search your library for an instant card or a card with flash, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Dreadmobile, that's funny. Sacrifice an artifact or creature, put a 1/1 counter on this. Phyrexian Human Cleric. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, proliferate. Well, that needs to go in the freaking Atraxa deck right away. I've pulled a few of this one. Oracle's Messenger. Another Landscape. This is the white, green, black.
Well, if I'm building Thalia now, so that could be useful.
Yeah, here's blue, green, black.
Don't have that.
Hex Gold Sith. Molten Gatekeeper. Nothing else really crazy here. Alright, got 2 more for the first side. So far we've pulled some pretty damn good stuff out of here. No like Titans, but still some good stuff. Oh, well, speaking of, Kozilek's Command. In foil, congrats. Target player creates an X01 colorless Eldrazi spawn. You have to choose 2. Target player's, what is that, Scries? Why the hell did they spell it like that? Scries X and then draw a card. Exile target creature with mana value X or less, or exile up to X target cards from the graveyards. Yeah, and wow, there's your next mythic. Put this in the foils. And it's a dragon. You emerge this for 6 and 2 red. So that's if you sacrifice a creature and pay the emerge cost. Oh, so basically you can sack something and pay this mana cost instead of the 9, so you pay 7 instead of 9. Who cares at that point? When you cast a spell, you may exile your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. Each creature spell you cast has emerged. The emerge cost is equal to its mana cost. Okie dokie. There he is! Hey. Kithrig, Son of Yawgmoth. So you can get this card out for 4 mana. And then 6 life. This card is dummy good. For each swamp and a cost, you may pay 2 life rather than pay that mana cost. Whenever you cast a black spell, put a 1/1 counter on Kithrig, Son of Yawgmoth. So it makes all your other black spells basically cost 2 life for each of their blacks, instead of actually paying the mana cost, which leaves extra mana open for other shit. And then every time you do, this guy gets a 1/1 counter. It's a very fast card. It's very powerful as far as effects go. Aether Spike. Why is this here? Maybe because it's in the retro. I don't know. Okay. Choose target spell. Get 2 energy. Pay a number of energy to counter spell. Unless the controller pays 1 for each energy paid this way. That seems good. Boggart Trawler. That's not the Boggarts I remember. Marionette Apprentice. We're going to start actually running through these now. Conduit Goblin. Inspired Inventor. Well, here's one of the expensive ones from what I've heard. Whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put on this card, you may create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn with sacrifice this creature at colorless mana. Petrifying Meddler, Kami of Jealous Thirst, and Smelted Charge Card. Alright. Clean this up just a little bit. Okay, last one of the first stack. It'll be a nice long video.
Yeah, 36 packs.
Eldrazi spawn. Really cool island. Got I think that's Kozilek in the background there. Reiterating Bolt. Foil. Wrath of the Skies. You get X energy. Then you may pay any amount of energy. Destroy each artifact creature and enchantment with mana value less than or equal to the amount of energy paid this way. Seems decent. Deep analysis. I think everyone knows what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Monstrous Vortex. This card's kind of nasty if you've seen it in play. Fangs of Colonia. Volstrom Angel. Gift to the Viper. Okay. Put a 1/1 counter and a reach counter and a death touch counter on target creature. What the fuck? Writhing Chrysalis again. Expel the Unworthy. There's that Aether Spike again. You're getting some pretty good counter spells out of this. Especially for a, because your energy commander is Jeskai, right?
Yeah. It also didn't come with any counter spells. Like,
What the fuck?
Literally 0.
Okay, well.
I took Electra Siphon out of Madison Lee and put it in there.
Gotcha. Alright, there's your
Cool
Emrakul Swamp. Yeah.
I love the lands in this set. They're very cool.
They're very, like, epic looking.
Mm-hmm.
Tune the narrative. Spymaster's Vault. What does this do? There's a battlefield tapped unless you control a swamp. Add a black mana. Target creature you control connives X, where X is the number of creatures that died this turn. Draw X cards, then discard X cards. Put a 1/1 counter on that creature for each non-land card discarded this way. Alrighty. Good little utility land. Angel of Ruins. The Creation of Avacyn. Why is that in black? Search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. Turn the exile card face up. If it's a creature card, you lose life equal to its mana cost. You may put the exile card onto the battlefield if it's a creature card if you don't put it on the battlefield. Huh. Well, there's my alarm going off. Brain Surge. Cursed Wombat. We're up very early doing this opening, if you can't tell, you guys. This is when I usually get up. Bountiful Landscapes. There's the Ketria one. Wing It. Venter's Axe. Another energy card.
Mm-hmm.
Enters the battlefield attached to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/0. Wow, that's neat. You pay energy instead of mana to equip it. That's pretty cool. Demon Furier. That happens some days. I do that to myself. You are not worthy. Alright. See, even the basic lands are kind of dope looking in this. Foil Shower Landscape, we got something cool right here. Perry Thrasher. It's a lizard wizard.
Excellent.
Non-creature spells you cast from exile have Convoke. Oh, gross. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you may discard a card. If you do, exile the top 2 cards of your library, then choose one of them, and you may play those cards this turn. That's a decent little effect. Little impulse draw going on. I just love that it's a lizard wizard. Someone made the active attempt to make that rhyme. Unstable Amulet. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, this card deals 1 damage to each opponent. Oh, that's cool.
I have 2 of these now.
That'll be very cool if you're exiling stuff and then playing them. Another Landscape. Nightshade Dryad. I've heard this one's pretty damn good. You can either add, so you put this in your Eldrazi deck, and you either play colorless, or if it's in another deck, just get whatever mana color you need.
It's also a Death Touch mana dork. What a
I know.
concept.
Poison Dart Frog has been real quiet ever since that card dropped.
I like Poison Dart Frog. It's a cutie.
I do too. Actually, I was really surprised he was in the Tricky Terrain deck, and I was like, didn't Exelon just release? Why are we already getting reprints of these cards? Kami of Jealous Thirst. Amphibian Downpour. Okay. Polytoad used Drizzle.
It's kind of foggy. There we go.
Flash with a Storm Cost. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a blue frog creature with base power toughness 1. That's gross. So you can storm this and copy it, and then you can copy it onto multiple creatures and be like, no, you have a bunch of frogs now.
Yeah.
What a dickhead card.
I'm gonna turn all your Eldrazi's into frogs.
Right. Annoyed Altasaur. That's what they would be when they got done getting all frogs. What is this? Okay, whatever. I just hate when things are not in order. Next mythic, Corum the Undertaker.
I feel like
Jund
I've seen
card?
this card.
I think this is the backup commander for the Jund deck. This card gets X0, where X is the greatest power among creature cards in all graveyards.
Yeah, it is.
Whenever this card attacks, each player mills a card. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a spell from among cards in graveyards that were put there from libraries this turn. What a mouthful. Seems decent. I mean, if you're playing big green stompy bullshit, more than likely you're going to get a big green stompy bullshit card out of that. Enchant creature gets 2/2 and has flying and lifelink. That's a nice little enchantment. Reiterating Bolt. Snapping Void. Wake. 2 in the narrative. Okie dokie.
Getting a lot of that Kami card.
Huh?
The Kami card, I don't remember what it was called. It was like the
Yeah,
black one.
the Jealous one. Yeah, I've heard some good things about that one. We got one. That's your duplicate. We opened one a few minutes ago, and I think I read it off then. Another Cat Warrior. Hot.
No, I agree.
Island Foil. Corrupted Shapeshifter. We read this one a few minutes ago. Strict Serenade. Counter target artifact, creature, or planeswalker spell. Its controller creates a 2/2 blue bird creature token with flying. Again, more really good counter spells for 1 fucking mana here. Like, jeez.
Yo,
Like you need another one of these.
let's fucking go, dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now you got multiples. Sapphire Medallion. This is probably one of the next most valuable ones. Blue spells cost 1 less to cast. We're not hitting Eldrazi, but we're getting those medallions. Honestly, if you're not playing Eldrazi, that's probably a better fit for you. Bountiful Landscape again. That seems to be the most common one I've seen of the landscape cycle. This is a good one. So you pay 1 green, adapt 2. If this creature has no 1/1 counters, put 2 1/1 counters on it. And whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put onto this card, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. That is a really good card for any kind of counter spell or counter deck. Cranial Ram again. Curse Marauder. That's basically a reprint of Fleshbag Marauder with a new name, so you can have multiple copies of bullshit in your zombie deck. I think I already told Ken about that one. Alright, we got Ethereum Terramander. Can only block creatures with flying, as it should be. It's got the Adapt 4, so you can put 4 1/1 counters on it. Next to the land cycle, let's go. I actually have the extended art version of Wooded Foothills. I ported back in the same day I pulled the Phyrexian Tower.
Well, if I ever make a red and green.
Green, yeah, you're good. So, hella good. Barbarian Ring again. Bridgeworks Battle. Gets 2/2 until end of turn. It fights 1 other target creature you don't control first. Heralds the End. Collective Resistance. Another one of the landscapes. Here's the Bant one. I may have to steal that one from you. I'm building bullshit in Bant here pretty soon. Because you're the degenerate blue player, and I'm the degenerate white player, who's now dabbling in blue. Oh no. Alright, Eldrazi spawn. Islands. God, these are so pretty. Vendor's Axe in the foil. Now you can bling out your deck. Chthonian Nightmare. I've heard this one's decent. Enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy. Pay X energy, sacrifice a creature, return this card to its owner's hand. Return target creature card with mana value X from the graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. So you can basically do this as many times as you want to. Just recur stuff and get your sacrifice triggers.
If only it wasn't black.
Right. Worn Power Stone. That's always a welcome one. Comes in tapped. Get 2 mana on the next turn. Furnace Hellkite. Affinity for artifacts, so it costs 1 less for each one, so you can potentially get a 5/5 for 2. This honestly could go pretty well in Ojutai if you're doing any kind of artifact rant.
Yeah. I mean, I usually have to make... Isn't Path of Annihilation something?
Mm-hmm. This is the Jeskai one, so this is the one that Sauron wants. Yeah, go for it. They're your cards after all. Spell the Unworthy, Colossal Dread Mark. Alright.
Wondering if that was the one that Kem was looking for.
I don't know. So, I actually, the new Necropotence card, I ended up putting into my online Shieldred deck last night because I just pulled it out of a pack. And it's about as busted as you would think, because if you have Reliquary Tower down, that 5 hand size really does not matter. Boy. Crabomination. A 4 and 2 black for a 5/5 crab demon. Oh god. Emerge from artifact for 5 and 2 black. You can cast the spell by sacking an artifact and paying this emerge cost. When it ETBs, target opponent exiles the top card of their library, a card at random from their graveyard, and a card at random from their hand. Wow. You may cast a spell from among exiled cards this way without paying its mana cost. Please put this in Yorick. This is dumb. It's expensive, but if you
Yeah,
Defense of the Heart this out? Here, let me just play some bullshit for free. Is it target? Yeah, it's target opponent. Still really damn good. That's good. Priest of Titania. Add force for each elf on the battlefield. I know you don't play Elf Ball, but really freaking good card if you ever get around to it. Yeah. This one flips over into a land. There's tapped. A lot of good Gruul cards in this. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Okay. Dented Spirit. Hydra Tamer. Exile this card. It attacks. When you do, target creature gets XX until end of turn, where X is the number of counters on permanents you control. Holy shit. Imagine this in Bree's Hydra deck. Basically, her humans just like, get them. Seem to be getting the same commons over and over again. But I mean, what do you expect? They're commons. Yeah, with all the 1/1 counters she puts on shit, that would be a death sentence to someone.
yeah.
Does it say target creature or just target? Target creature. Okay, that's a little bit better, because imagine if she could just like lightning bolt everyone for like 46. Razorgrass Ambush. Ooh. Wheel of Potential. You get 3 energy. Then you may pay X energy. Each player exiles their hand. Jesus. And draw X cards. If X is 7 or more, you may play cards you own exiled this way until the end of your next turn. Gross. Nesting Grounds again. Sundering Eruption flips into Volcanic Fissure. When it enters the battlefield, pay 3 life. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. Okay. Raw, the Implicit Maze. This is probably for that Planeswalker. Still upset we have not pulled any of those so far. Deals 2 damage to each creature and Planeswalker your opponent's control. You may discard a card. If you do, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them until the end of your next turn. And then create a Spellgorger Weird token. It's a 2 and a red. That's weird. It's a token with a mana cost. 2/2 weird creation with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on this card. Okie dokie. Nextborn Hydra again. Just reprint Temple of Nyx, you cowards. Have you ever seen that card? It's whatever your devotion to a color is, you just get that much mana on a tap.
Oh.
It's dumb in like monocolored decks, and I would like to get one for Shieldred, but it's like a $30 card. Hey, Fanatic of Ronus in the foil. There you go.
Nice.
Well, there's the most busted card in the set. Congratulations. How do you feel? Don't ever play this at our table.
Alright, let me read it. Let's see. Fine. Creatures you control whenever this begins. Go to the top land card. Yes. Only twice each turn.
It looks okay until you realize that there's a card that you pay for 1 and equips for 0 that you can literally do this over and over again.
Right.
And Lightning Greaves exist.
Yep.
And then Venerated Raw Priest exists. Venerated Raw Priest says that every time that one of your creatures is targeted by a card, not that your opponent controls, but just targeted, everyone gets a poison counter.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, Nadu, I don't think this needs an explanation. Everyone knows what this card is. Please build this deck and bring it to the LGS and stop everyone, please. Except for me and Caesar, please. I beg mercy. Kappa Cannoneer. I've heard this one went up in price. Ward 4. Whenever this card or another artifact enters a battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Kappa Cannoneer, and it can't be blocked this turn.
This is good. I really wanted to put this in Urtet deck, but I actually might put it in an artifact deck. I'm thinking of making a Jorva.
Ooh.
Specifically, so there's like the one. There's the one that I already have in Urtet. That's like, if you play a historic or like artifact spell or something, you draw a card. But I'm thinking about making the other Jorva, which is like, if you tap it, you get like 2 Ingenuity counters, and you can cast an artifact spell with X less than or equal to the amount of Ingenuity counters you have.
Okie doke.
So
Sounds like fun.
So I'm just like, oh, I'll just play a deck that makes free artifacts.
Yeah, it's something cool here in the back. Proud Pack Rhino in the foil, and it's a rare.
Oh my god. Hey, I have an extra.
Well, there's the extended art Nadu. Congrats. We'll have to see how much this one's going for at the end.
Hell yeah.
Deep Analysis. Planar Genesis. Okay, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't, put a card from among them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of the library in a random order. I feel like my brain probably scrambled reading that, but I'll go back and look at it later. Hey, there's another one for you.
Nice. I have one for
Muldrotha and Yarg now.
Yarg. I almost said Essex.
You have an Essex one in here too, because he's white, right?
No, he's only Simic.
He's Simic. Oh man,
I could
that
put
sucks.
Nadu in Essex. Could you imagine multiple Nadus?
No. I've already been playing Helm of the Host in my Sauron deck online to try and get that deck back up and running. I've been putting it on Nazgul, so every battle step I get a new Nazgul out, and people have been hating that shit.
To be fair, I don't. Right, Nadu's a legendary. I couldn't get multiple Nadus, but oh well.
You could play Mirror Box.
Well, if I have to have Mirror Box. I do have it. It's just, 1 card out of 99.
I mean, see, it's Simic. It's an artifact. Damn, I was going to say you might be able to tutor it out, but not in blue and green.
Nadu might just be better as its own commander.
Flare of Malice, another one of the Flare cycle. You can sacrifice non-black creature rather than pay this spell's mana costs. Each opponent sacks a creature or planeswalker with greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. That's pretty damn good removal. Mm-hmm. Dreamtide Whale. Vanishing 2. Enters the battlefield with 2 time counters on it. At the end of your upkeep, remove a time counter. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, proliferate. Okay,
that's good.
Yeah, that's really good. Super. Return target spell or non-land opponent. It's good, but 3 mana is kind of a lot for that effect.
Yeah.
Solar Transformer enters the battlefield tapped. When this enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy counters. I almost wonder if Yarg would be a funny, energy counter commander if you could pull it off. Because you would double up all your energy counters. because they all seem to be ETB triggers.
Yeah, a lot of energy counters are, but there are also plenty that are like attacking or when it deals like that's how Sadia works. It gets its energies on attack.
Foil Jeskai.
Nice.
Kozilek's command again. Gross.
Well, I have an extra that I can give to Ken if he doesn't have it already.
Ooh, this is a decent little effect for 1 mana. Sack a land, target creature you control gains Shroud.
Ooh.
Put this in Muldrotha.
Yes, absolutely.
Hell yes. Just make sure you have Conduit of Worlds on. Okay, the Herald's Ends in Retro.
Retro foil, interesting.
Yeah, we didn't make a Retro pot because I think we've gotten like 2 of them, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Vexing Bauble.
I think we've gotten like 2 or 3 retros at best.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Probably more in the collector boosters, but I'll be damned before I pay like $2,000 on a case of that. Ketria again. Evolution Witness again. Okay. Honestly, the commons and uncommons for this set have been pretty nice. Okay, we're on the last stack.
We're only at how long?
We're at 4 mythics, so we're probably due at least 1 or 2 more out of here. Oh, look, a fish.
Hey, it's the token for the reform.
Yeah. Alright, Foil Swamp. Thriving Skyclaw. It's a doggo! Okay, Felia Exuberant Shepherd. That is not a shepherd. When this card... it's
okay, he's a mix.
Right. It's a mutt. Attacks, exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent. At the beginning of the next instep, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it entered under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Felia. I've seen someone try to play this in...
People have this in Brago.
Well, I was going to say either Brago or... Let's see here. Attacks, exile to 1 other target non-land permanent. At the beginning of the next instep, return it to the battlefield under its... I could see that. You know what else is be really fucking good in? Severi. You would make a ton if you kept exiling another creature like another cat. You would keep getting dogs and vice versa. Just saying.
Oh, you're saying
the cat and dog deck.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You said it sounded like you said Severi. I'm like, who the fuck is Severi? I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine.
Okay, Bant again. Unicorns, Hydras. Those seem to always go together. Here's another doggo for that deck.
Can I see that doggo?
Of course.
We've gotten one before. Let's see. Vigilance. Image battle with evil. Oh, cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a thing that could happen. It's not one of the worst cards I've seen for that set. I mean, it's definitely better than Savannah Line.
Yeah. Savannah Line is just like...
Foil Hellkite.
Savannah Line is just the one that's just like, it's a no abilities creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So here's our next mythic. It's kind of gross. I don't remember what this color combination's called, but 2 white, a blue, and a black. Flying and lifelink ward. Discard a card. Jesus. Whenever a modified creature you control attacks, double the number of each kind of counter on it. Then for each non-token permanent attached to it, create a token that's a copy of that permanent attached to that creature. Is this a Voltron deck, Commander? Is that what I'm reading?
It could be. But it seems to be working off counters. Okay.
Oh, wow. Double mythic pack. Holy shit.
You go ahead and read that. I'm going to be...
Yeah, so this is Recruiter of the Guard. This is a really damn good card for white. This card enters the battlefield. You may search your library for a creature card with toughness 2 or less, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. So in Elesh Norn, this triggers twice, and you can get some really nasty cards out with this. And while you're figuring out that other card, let's keep going. Consign to Memory, Fangs of Colonia, Serious Soulfire. Here's blue, black, green again. So you got an extra now. Naya. I think that's the first Naya one you've pulled. I think you definitely hit all the colors as far as the landscape cycle goes.
That's good. Yeah, this is interesting because it's like it doubles counters for modified creatures, but it also takes account of like
like attached, like stuff that's attached to it. So
yeah.
like enchantments and equipment.
Artifacts, yeah.
And so it'll double those. It'll create copies of those as well. So it could be a Voltron deck, but it could also just be like a general equipment deck where you just like have a bunch of equipment that anything can equip and just
put Darksteel Plate on the field and then just double it and put it on something else.
Double it and give it to the next guy.
Right.
You can create a Voltron deck, but like he is his own like.
So many Myco spawn. Eldrazi fungus. When you cast a spell, search your library for a land. That's good. Put it on the battlefield and shuffle. If it was kicked, exile target land. Wow. Land destruction on a whole new level. Titan's Vanguard. There's Fire Slice. There's Jeskai again. Or not Jeskai. God, the Sauron colors. Can't think of them off the top of my head now that I've said Jeskai. Okay, again, we've already seen all these. Yeah, we're getting close to the end. We're about 3/4 of the way through the last stack. Alright, Infernal Captor. Invert Polarity. Choose target spell, then flip a coin. Jesus. If you win the flip, gain control of that spell. Good lord. And you may choose new targets for it. If you lose the flip, counter the spell. Okay, so it's heads I win, tails you still fucking lose. Got it. Null Elemental Blast. Twisted Riddle Keeper. Propagator Drone. Creature tokens you control have evolved. Oh god. Wow. Okie dokie. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it has greater power or toughness than this token, put a 1/1 counter on this token. They see this creature enter. Create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature with sacrifice this creature. It sounds really good until you realize that after a certain point, you're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger creatures out. Unless you keep putting tokens on the field.
It scales logarithmically.
Yeah, it's not exponentially like it sounds. It's got a plateau. Unless, of course, you keep getting tokens out. And then it becomes a pain in the ass to keep up with.
A plant token.
A plant? Yep.
Seen a couple of these. I don't know why that's at the top. It's a common.
It's a foil. They put the foils at the top. You may sacrifice a non-token red creature rather than pay this mana cost, copy instant or sorcery spell. You may choose your targets. Whew, that's spicy for red.
Nice.
Okie dokie. Orm's Chant. I've heard good things about this one. Pay 1 and then you kick it for 1. Target player can't cast spells this turn. If this spell is kicked, creatures can't attack this turn. Guess where I want this card to go? Right into the stacks deck I'm building. Contaminated Landscape. It's like the first pack I've seen where you only got one of those landscape cards in it. That I've noticed anyway. We've gone through so many damn packs. Still no Eldrazi Titans. Just kind of disappointing, but you've gotten some really good cards out here.
Yeah.
Most of the Departed. Here's a battlefield. Create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. That would be good in that spirit deck you were building. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, populate. So you create a token that's a copy of the creature token you control.
Yeah, I took apart the.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I took apart Millicent.
Yeah. Obtruse Appropriation. Exile target non-land permanent. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. You may spend colorless mana as though it were mana of any color to cast a spell. Okie dokie. Small Dragon. Is a Generatorium. You can draw a card, activate it only if you paid or lost 4 or more. Okay, really good for an energy deck. This is the card I was telling Ken he should probably get a hold of. More Jeskai. More Mardu. Alright. I think Bree is watching Tarzan.
Yeah.
That was a nice clean open. Spirit. Ooh, snow-covered waste, full art, and foil. That's nice. Well, you know what? Let's put this in the foil pile. Next mythic, Shadow of the Second Sun. Enchant player at the beginning of enchanted player's post-combat main phase. There's an additional beginning phase after this phase. Jesus. So basically, yeah. You don't get extra turns, you just get to untap all your shit. At least that's the way I'm reading it.
Yeah, so you get an extra untap, upkeep, draw step, but you don't get like
a new battle phase.
You don't get main phase or combat.
Yeah.
I mean, still kind of neat.
I mean, that's still pretty good. It gives you a chance to pull your...
It lets you untap all your lands. Mm-hmm. So if you're, let's say you're playing like spell slinging, it's like you get more mana for spell slinging.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Thief of Existence. When you cast a spell, exile up to one target non-creature, non-land permanent opponent controls of mana value 4 or less. If you do, Thief of Existence gains when this creature leaves the battlefield, target opponent draws a card. Alrighty. It's up to one target non-creature, non-land permanent opponent controls of mana value 4 or less. Okay. Not quite sure how that fully works, but it sounds neat. It's an adventure card. I haven't seen one of these yet. Distribute 2 1/1 counters among other 1 or 2 target creatures. Okay, that would be really good for Vampies. Seeding Landscape. Cyclops Superconductor. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs left. I think we're probably tapped out on the mythics. That double mythic pack definitely boosted you up a little bit, but let's see how much more juice it's got. Dross Claw.
That card comes with Satya.
Does it?
Yeah.
What is this? Stone Idol Generator. What does it do?
I think it's like whenever a creature enters, you get energy, and then you can pay like 6 to create a 6/12 or something stupid like that.
Gross. Okay. This one is Shilgengar. There's Pokemon in this now.
Mm-hmm.
Sire of Famine, Elder Demon. Sacrifice another creature, create a blood token. Alright. If you sacrifice an angel this way, create a number of blood tokens equal to the toughness instead. Pay Orzhov 3 times. Sacrifice 6 blood tokens. Return each creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Those creatures are vampire. Damn. Okay. Buried Alive. We've seen this one. Quest for the Necropolis. Black Landfall. That's new. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a quest counter on this card. Sacrifice this card. Put a target creature from the graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That might be decent for Muldrotha too. A 1-drop enchantment with Landfall?
Mm-hmm.
And you get to pull shit out of the graveyard?
And it's an enchantment, so I can replay it again after I've sacrificed it.
Right. Alright. Got Tranquil this time. Bant. Alright. Foil Island. Level in Rumble. Field top 4 cards of your library. Put a permanent from among them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. That also could be decent for Muldrotha. Hey, you had one more mythic in you at least. Nethergoyf. 1 drop. Power is equal to the number of card types among cards in your graveyard. And toughness is equal to that number plus 1.
I think that's the first Lurgoyf card we've gotten.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. You got the best medallion.
Let's fucking go.
How do you feel? Holy shit, you pulled 3 of them out of here. That's hella good. So you pulled... you pulled all 3 for Muldrotha.
Nice. Good, because Muldrotha's expensive as shit.
Hydroelectric Specimen. Urza's Cave. That's a decent little $3 to $5 hit. You can sacrifice this card, search your library for a land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle.
Yeah, that
pretty
might
damn
go
good.
That might go in Urtet.
Yeah, that's a pretty damn good little land card because you get to search any land you want out.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians, Sneaky Snacker, Thraven Charm again, Naya. Alright. 4 left. Alright. Ooh. Holy shit, dude. That's about a $15 card if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah. So this is one of the big cards for the Eldrazi, and it's in foil. If triggered ability of a colorless spell you control or another colorless permanent you control triggers, it triggers an additional time.
Nice.
Whenever you cast a colorless spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Yeah. It's a very good card for Eldrazi. White of the Reliquary. Gets 1/1 for each creature in your graveyard. Damn, dude. And it's in freaking Golgari. Sacrifice another creature, search your library for a land, put it onto the battlefield, tapped and shuffle. I think you need to just completely redo Muldrotha at this point. You've gotten so many good cards for that deck specifically. It's not even funny at this point. Contaminated Landscape. I've seen all of these. Alright, 3 left. Kind of sad we didn't see another one of the land cycle. Maybe we'll still get one. There's your Thopter. Non-foil Mountain. Drown Yard Lurker. When you cast Recycle this card, create a Eldrazi. And then it's got a Cycling Clause. That's neat. We got a...
Hey, Flooded Strand.
I spoke too soon. Flooded Strand. Hell yeah. So that's the Azorius at a land cycle. So that's 3 of those. I think Polluted Delta and Flooded Strand are probably the 2 most expensive ones. Foreboding Landscape. So another one for Muldrotha and Yorick.
Another split.
Hey, he's doing the split still. Alright. Second to last pack. Honestly, this box has been pretty damn good to you. None of the major hits, but some pretty good hits, honestly.
Hey, I'll take an average
Ooh.
of good stuff.
Victimize. That's always a good card.
I have that card in Muldrotha.
Yep.
Null Drifter.
Null Drifter. Didn't you say you won this? Or you guys were just
maybe.
laughing at it?
I think I was just laughing at it because it's like you have Mole Drifter and then you have Null Drifter.
Yeah. So when you cast a spell, draw 2 cards with Annihilator 1 on flying, which is disgusting as hell. I'm going to force you to sack something, but your chances of blocking this are probably nothing. And then evoke 2. That's pretty damn good. Meltdown. Destroy each artifact with mana value X or less. That might end up going in the Hydra deck. Enchanted creature gets 1/1 for each creature and enchantment you control. And then... Okay, just a basic land. Surprised, I haven't seen any like crazy angels for this set, but like everything else has been disgustingly good, honestly. Like this set is really powerful. Alright, last pack Magic.
Last pack. What a...
This is what you need for that one card. That's funny.
The weird token.
Swamp. Get that Heraldsian in foil. And Flare of Cultivation. Alright. Sacrifice a non-land green creature rather than pay this spell's mana costs. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards. Put them onto the battlefield tapped. And the other into your hand. That's pretty damn good. And then a non-foil Victimize. Planar Genesis. Johnny Fells the Godsire. What the hell is this? Exile target creature an opponent controls with power 3 or greater. Oh joy. Create a 2/1 white cat warrior creature token. Put a vigilance counter on a creature you control, and target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn. Please put this in the cat deck.
Could be good.
Yeah. Alright. So that's going to do it. So what are your thoughts on this one so far?
I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Definitely nice to get those like medallions and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we didn't get any of like the really big Eldrazi cards? I know you said we got like the one.
Yeah. Let's see how much that card is worth real fast while we're here. Where's my phone at?
So there was another card I think we were gonna look at. Let me see if I can find it.
So the one was, and it was foil too. That was a crazy part.
I think you were also gonna look up how much that one is.
Nadu, yeah. Okay, so Echoes of Eternity. Let's go to TCG Player real fast. Echoes of Eternity. And then it was not the pre-release version, it was this. Okay, prices have come down a little bit since this it was a $40 card. Let's see how much the foil is right now. Or excuse me, foil, not normal. Near mint. Okay, yeah, prices come down. It's about $4, but honestly, give this set a couple months to rebound when people aren't pulling it constantly, and that card will probably jump right back up. And then Nadu is about $10. Flare of Denial is one of the big ones, though. Look at that. You got your pack opened on screen, so you can look at it continuously, and you got all your cards sorted out for free. How do you feel? Alright, so that's for the foil version of Flare. What's the normal version going for? So Flare of Denial is going for about $11. That's pretty damn good. I know the lands are probably still up there. Polluted Delta. Okay, so that's a $13 card. I know the medallions have gone down in price specifically because of this set, and they just got reprinted last year in Commander Masters. So when we do open that set up, when we decide to split that, we've got more chances of hitting more medallions, which will be nice. So Wooded Foothills is still going for about the same as Polluted Delta, so that's nice, about $12.73. The dogs are so mad. They know you're here. Modern Horizons. What the hell is it? $11.49 for Flooded Strand. So I mean, you made about $30 back just in lands. $30 to $40 back total. I don't think any of these were super duper big. Nethergoyf actually is a pretty sought after card. Yeah, that's a $20 card. So yeah, I mean, honestly, you did pretty damn well, all things considered.
Yeah.
You didn't, I don't think you made your money back on the box yet. But again, I think if you give it a couple months, if you decide to go and sell any of these, I think you would definitely get your money back on quite a few.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, shoot, the main thing is like
having them for decks.
Yeah.
I agree, and I mean that's the entire reason that I open up stuff on this channel. You already know that. It's not for selling them. I do like to see, how much things are worth, just because it's cool to see what you got. But yeah, all things considered, this is a pretty damn good box. You got a lot of stuff to work with here.
Kind of wishing I had gotten the other tokens for Genku.
Some of those flip over.
You need energy.
You need energy?
Need energy reserve. You need an energy reserve. You need an energy reserve. Okay, that was the last one. Joke over. Kind of like, because I was like playing Satya and I had that laid down. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were playing Pokemon today."
Jesus Christ! Of course he would do that. That's okay. Now you can play Nadu and just fully stomp him into the ground for free now. All you have to do is get a few $30 to $100 cards. That used to be 30 cents. The Shuko card, it was a joke card in Kamigawa. It was a 1-drop +1/0 for 0 mana. And that's all it was. It's just a +1/0 for 0 mana equipping.
Bonesaw?
Right.
Which I have a Bonesaw. Bonesaw, MTG.
I don't think anyone's thought of Bonesaw. Don't say that too loudly on here. They might catch on. Actually, say that loudly. I think I have like 5 Bonesaws sitting in the house. So it's the inverse. What the Yeah, you could do that. I don't think anyone's caught on. Which the difference is that it's 0 to equip as opposed to paying mana to equip. But if you're constantly getting mana out for stuff, why does it matter?
I mean, it's cheap. Either way, it's like 1.
Yeah, what people have been doing is they'll literally deck out and play Thassa's Oracle. And they just win the game. So, but yeah, that's going to do it for us today, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this little opening. We'll be doing more Modern Horizons 3 as soon as I'm able to get around to it. But next up will probably be Assassin's Creed, or if these guys got me anything for my birthday, we'll be opening that on here. But yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll have more coming up as soon as we can. Bye!